Curious. What's up, Questers? We just got the patch notes for the last day of the HyperScape closed test. So these are the changes that they've chosen to make after 5 days of testing. So it's really curious the choices they're going to make here. And Bucks just walked through them over there, and I'm really curious to hear his take on it because he's like kind of our FPS like expert of the house. He's really good at shooting people in like all sorts of different games, and I feel like he knows a lot about like gun balancing and stuff like that.
Played some FPS games. All right, so chat, let's go through it real quick. So they nerfed the Hexfire. They decreased the damage across all levels by 1, including the last level. And they add increased hipfire when you're run sprinting or in air, except for if you ADS. So I think you're going to see the Hexfire still used a lot. You'll probably see the ADS used a little bit more than it was before.
I don't really understand that. To me, making it more accurate without aim down sights just makes it sound like it's way easier to just chase people with it, which I feel like is one of the problems. So I don't know if I necessarily agree with that.
I don't know if, like, I still think I read this, and yes, it's a nerf to the Hexfire, but I still see the Hexfire as, oh my god.
He blasted.
The game just reopened, and I think it reset the settings. The game reopened and reset the settings, so the audio's on max right now. That was loud. Oh my god.
The intro can give it to you sometimes.
Yeah, go back over there. But I don't think that changes the Hexfire as the best AR, the most versatile. You can kill a whole squad with a Hexfire. You can't kill a whole squad with one mag of a Ripper. That's just the...
So you think it's not big enough of a nerf then? Is that your verdict, you think?
I think it's either not big enough of a nerf, or I'd like to see them buff the Ripper up to like maybe 50 rounds on the
Did they
blast.
change
maybe
the Ripper
like 45. No, they didn't. They just nerfed the they nerfed the Hexfire, and then they hit the Skybreaker as well, which I would have liked to see them reduce the blast radius a little bit, but I like what they did with the damage. Bring it down to 64 for the max. That's a good change.
Damage.
I still think you're going to see a ton of Hexfire and Skybreakers. I really don't think this changes that a lot. The Salvo will probably become a little bit irrelevant. It'll still be okay, but...
That is a lot less damage.
It is a lot less damage.
Dude, I didn't realize it did 80 at max. That is a lot.
Doug, I've been telling it's a sniper headshot to the whole team. The sniper headshot to the whole team. Yeah. Salvo, they nerfed the damage. A lot of sense. Yeah, that's a big change. So they nerfed the damage on the Salvo.
Okay.
I still think it's going to be good indoors. I think you're going to be terrorized by it indoors. But I think the Komodo, they buffed the Komodo in the patch below. So I think you're going to see the Komodo kind of replace the Salvo as your second option.
I like the Komodo buff. I like that they're specifically talking about like this prevents the 4-kit hit kill. And dude, also just to mention, it's so nice that everything is based off 100. Like, can we just talk about how there's no extra shields? You're just always working with these numbers are relative to having 100 health. Makes it pretty simple, which I like. The D-tap. Dude, the D-tap I kind of don't even understand. Is it burst fire? Is it single tap? I don't even know sometimes. It's single tap?
It's controller simulator.
An auto tracer?
The Hawks are coming through, chat. Get down on that coin quest. Yeah.
It auto locks.
It's actually not that bad, dude. It hits for 6. It hits for 6 already.
Increasing the rate of fire. I like that.
So if they made it, like the Hexfire headshot just was hitting for 5 before, right? And that was a lot. So the D-tap hits for 6 and it's aimbot. So like there could be a time where the D-tap is like really nasty. It would be a really bad time, but you know, armor nerf is great. I would have loved to see an invis nerf accompany it. They reduced the duration down to 6 seconds from 8, and they increased the cooldown. Just good. I
find it interesting that these are the only hack changes. I kind of thought there would be more.
Invis and armor were the two like glaring ones. I felt like
I thought
just
Invis
hit these two,
would get,
and then we can
like
maybe it shifts out the other ones, but. Yeah, Invis is just gonna be like everyone's gonna take Invis instead of both armor and Invis. The mine cooldown is terrifying to me. I hate mines. They're scary.
I love mines.
They're so scary,
about
dude.
That for sure.
They start chasing me, and then like, dude, they're terrifying. They're terrifying.
All right, guys. If you want to see these changes live, come quest with us at Down to Quest. We'll be streaming the final duration of the playtest, 24/7, 24/5. That's what we did. 120-hour marathon almost completed.